Jerome Brown out there representing the Eagles. They win the toss. I'd be afraid to lose the toss to him.
It hit you.
We go to overtime. 2020, Miami. We're not done for Miami, and that was vintage Dan Marino, what he did in the last minute.
It really was. We talked about it right at the top of the show that if somebody's going to win this football game, if the Dolphins have a chance to win it, it's going to go on the shoulders of Dan Marino. We saw with 1:41 seconds to go, 2 timeouts, what every coach and quarterback practices, the perfect 2-minute drill to tie the game up.
From a yardage standpoint, and from completions and attempts, all season highs for Dan Marino. 23 of 43, 322 yards. But Randall Cunningham will get the first shot on offense. And often that's enough. Stoyanovich, who kicked the winning field goal. Kicking to Thomas Sanders, who waits at the 1. Or the tying field goal, the one that sent it into overtime. Crushes this one. Sanders a couple of yards deep. Almost. Almost. Boy, he had a hitch in his get-along like 3 different times.
Well, yeah, no, well, yeah, no. Okay, no, well, no. Kenny Jackson's back there telling him, stay there, stay there, stay there. No, stay. What are you going to do? Okay, stop. Now remember, the Eagles are working into that wind we talked about. The Dolphins have it at their back.
Cunningham underneath. Complete to the 27-yard line is tight end Keith Jackson, Griggs, and Odom on the stop.
There went the running games. We've seen the Eagles try and pound it out. Now they're just out to win the ball game.
Eagles haven't played an overtime game in 2 years. The Dolphins haven't had one since October of last year. The numbers on Cunningham. Sanders on the toss. McKyer did a nice job coming up, forcing the play, as did Griggs. They didn't make the tackle, but they forced the play. Who made the tackle? Well, Offerdahl was over there again. He has been all night.
A lot of teams are right-handed. By that I mean they put the tight end on the right side, whether he's moving or not, and then they run behind him. There's a nice job by Keith Jackson on Griggs. Just enough to occupy him to get Sanders outside.
It's 3rd and inches. Cunningham sneaks, and he has the first down. Shula going for win 295 tonight.
With the off week, Coach Shula's had his family in. David came in, Mike came in, had an early Christmas, had all the grandkids. Well, I tell you, he'd love to put this game ball under the Christmas tree. Of course, Buddy Ryan wants to do everything he can to put some coal in his stocking.
Wants to be the Grinch. Play clock down to 5 seconds. On 1st and 10. Flag is down. So is Sanders, and another flag is down. Oliver came up hard to make the tackle. We will check both penalties. Here's Jerry Seaman, our referee.
We have delay of game offense. Also, there was an illegal shift, but the ball was not legally snapped because of the delay of game. Consequently, the foul is only on the offense.
You got that?
Jerry puts up a pretty good explanation.
That was an excellent explanation. What happened is because there was a delay of game, anything that happened after that doesn't count. So the penalty for the illegal shift is not assessed, just the 5 yards.
First and 15 for the Eagles. Griggs can't get Cunningham. Randall takes a shot, stays on his feet, and drives forward to the 34-yard line. Cliff Odom, T.J. Turner finally get in on the tackle. Just about everybody had a shot at him.
Alfred Oglesby winds up getting involved and hitting him. And it's amazing. The defensive guys, look at this. They hit him, they sandwich him. He bounces up, and both the defensive guys are still on the ground saying, oh, gee whiz, that hurt.
Of course, he comes by his running honestly. His brother Sam had 5,453 yards rushing. Randall may catch him as a quarterback. Second and 7, Keith Jackson leans for the first down. Excuse me, Fred Barnett leans for the first down and has it.
Oh, did you see what you know, these guys are rookies. Are you kidding me? He and Williams are rookies. I mean, they're both fast, but watch what he does with the football after he catches it. First of all, it's a great catch. Randall sitting strong in the pocket, showing he's the complete quarterback, reaches up. Look at that. But look what he does. Reaches out to try and get that extra yardage.
Barnett's first reception of the night. Sanders across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Here's where fatigue can be a factor, especially for the Dolphin defense. They've been on the field a long time.
Yeah, but not in the fourth quarter. They got a real lift when they stopped the Eagles, got that touchdown, and then that minute and 41 seconds, the drive that Marino took them at the end of the game, another blow for the defense. They've been sitting there getting pumped up. Right now, the adrenaline's carrying you.
Second and 8. Comes the blitz. Picked it up well, and the pass is complete into Dolphin territory and very close to another first down. Jackson gobbled that one up. And Kerry Glenn is slow getting up. Here's how we reached this point. The Dolphins jumped on top in a hurry. Martin on the 28-yard touchdown pass from Marino. Then Stoyanovic's field goal made it 10-0 first quarter. Back came the Eagles. Byers caught a touchdown pass from Cunningham. And then Ruzek, a career-long 53-yard field goal to tie it. Ruzek again, this time from 33, and the Eagles took the lead for the first time. They made it a 10-point lead when Williams caught the bomb from Cunningham on a flea flicker. And then Duper, 6 yards from Marino to cut it to 3, and Stojanovic in the closing seconds of regulation tied it.
That flea flicker has been good to so many teams. Last week we saw the Minnesota Vikings, Anthony Carter, make a sensational catch. In this game we saw Calvin Williams make a great catch. I can't understand why it wasn't very good to me. The flea flicker ended my career, and it's extended a lot of other guys.
We'll check on Louis Oliver when we come back. We're tied in overtime. Take your Sports Center, then NFL Prime Time right after that. Our situation here, overtime, tied at 20. 10:08 on the clock. The Eagles with a 1st and 10 at the Miami 46-yard line. Cunningham deep over the middle. Jackson can't get there. He was open at the 10, being covered by linebacker Cliff Odom. That's a tough assignment.
Well, it really is. You know, Keith had him beaten. He knows it, too. Randall's been a little bit strong. We saw the pass when he scrambled around before in the fourth quarter, threw it a little far. Here he just releases up the field on a fly. Odom is in no way going to stay with him. Randall wishes he has that one back.
Cliff Odom is a 10-year, 243-pound linebacker. He's not going to run with Keith Jackson. 2nd and 10, fake the reverse. Sanders keeps it, didn't fool anybody. David Griggs did his job.
Boy,
he made the tackle.
Has he played a ball game tonight, putting pressure on Cunningham, staying home on fake reverses, filling holes, putting pressure on the quarterback. Done it all.
Louis Oliver, who was shaken up earlier, back in the Miami lineup. He helped out on that one, too. 3rd and 9 from the Miami 45. There goes Cunningham to the 40. It's not enough. It will be 4th and 4. Griggs and Odom sandwiched it. And the Eagles don't even consider it. They send on the punt team with Jeff Beagles. Ruzick will have to wait. Troy Stratford and Jarvis Williams, a double safety. Beagles end over end. Fair catch signal. Williams was bumped into, and a flag goes down. That will be interference on Kenny Jackson.
Kenny Jackson, for some reason or other, absolutely lost sight of the return man. Now, that's a good play if the return man doesn't try and make a play on the ball. But when a guy's standing there trying to catch it, you can't take it away from him.
Fair catch interference. Kicking team. 15-yard penalty from the spot. First down.
Boy, that gets them out of a hole. Instead of the 10, they'll go to the 25.
There's the signal for the fair catch. He's standing. I don't know why Kenny Jackson. Kenny's trying to catch it, too. Can't do that. Friend of Randall. Cannot do that. Keeps making plays like that, he will just be the friend of Randall.
Eagles 9 tonight for 76 yards, the most penalized team in the league. Ball spotted at the 26. Marino, who has engineered 10 points late, will have another chance. Low snap, came up with it. Near sideline to Cooper. Close to another first down. Allen drove him out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 9. Miami scored on its first 2 drives tonight. Miami has scored on its last 2 drives.
You got to believe that Dan Marino is just thrilled that there can be pressure on him because he's that kind of a player. This is a game that he knew it was on his shoulders to win for his football team, and he's really coming through.
2nd and a yard. They'll try to get the first down. Stratford does, and more. Broke the tackle, got to the 45-yard line. A gain of 10 for Stratford. Byron Evans made the tackle. Stratford's come up big in the second half tonight. He just wants to have a healthy year for a change. Ryan hoping his defense can dig in. Marino avoids the blitz, and Stratford can't hold this one.
Yeah, I don't understand why the Eagles just don't keep on doing that. You can't block all the people they're bringing. That means that every receiver or back, somebody's going to have to catch the ball 5, 6, 7 yards down the field. What they're doing here with the defense is the Eagles are picking their spots and trying to put pressure. Here comes the pressure. See, they're putting a lot of pressure on him. That way he has to get rid of the football quick. It would only be a 2 or 3 yard completion if it was complete.
2nd and 10. 4-man rush. Marino with time for Farrell. Edmonds broke it up. And that was Seth Joyner who was with him man for man. What great coverage by Joyner.
We saw Odoms trying to cover Jackson before. That was a mismatch. This is not. Seth Joyner keeps his hands all over Farrell Edmonds. Look at him get up in the air.
Boy, that's the second time we've seen him do that tonight. Everybody that sees him play says he's got to be in the Pro Bowl, but you say it to him and he says, no, I want the Super Bowl.
It's the first one. The second one be okay. The first one is the Super Bowl. Wants to be in Tampa.